Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of our week. What is this? 5? I believe this is. Tyler, is this 5?
Uh, 4?
Let me just make sure real quick. I think it's week 5.
It is week 5.
Week
It is
5
week 5.
here on the channel. I'm joined today with Potter and also Crusher. You guys can give a big hello before we start.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm not saying hi to you. You know what I am going to say to you people? Is that I don't understand why everybody's so mad about my misinformed stats on Justin Fields. You think I've paid attention to him since he's become a Chicago Bear? No. But he did play for one of my favorite college teams, and I liked him there a lot. And again, I stand firmly by what I say is that Justin Fields will be a decent quarterback. He's just not there yet. And I mean, it's kind of hard to be good when your team's not that good either. So you guys can be mad all you want. Don't take it out on Wolf. I have an inbox too, unless you guys are all just pussies, which I'm convinced all of you are pussies. Because all of you bitch at Wolf and none of you bitch at me. None of you. Always want to bitch about Potter, but never bitch to Potter. Pussies. Go ahead, Wolf. Go ahead with the show.
Fair enough. If you want to bitch at somebody, bitch at Potter about his predictions. If you want to bitch at me about my predictions. Or bitch at Crusher if you guys want to talk about it.
You guys are just pussies. I'm convinced of it. All of you are pussies, and all of you just like to bitch at Wolf for no reason about Potter. All of you can suck my big fat dick. Go ahead.
I haven't made a prediction yet. Don't start throwing it my way.
It doesn't bitch about me. I'm sure you know in the past, so fuck you too.
Our first game, Thursday Night Football, we have the Denver Broncos in Denver taking on and hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Crusher.
You know weird?
Go. Yep.
You know what's weird? It's sad to say that Geno Smith is having a better year than Russell Wilson. It's all Big Nasty Nate's fault. We love to talk about your best friend Nasty Nate there, Wolf.
You mean Bum Hackett?
No, his name is Nasty Nate.
Nasty might mean something else to some people. Bum at least.
I mean nasty as in shitty. Like as in this motherfucker probably doesn't shower. As in this motherfucker probably still lives in his mother's basement and jerks off to film fucking footage. This dude's a hack. Denver needs to do something about him now. Not next week. Not in 4 weeks. Now.
They did do something. They brought in another coach to help him coach.
Yeah, but how long's that gonna last, dude? They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And Russell Wilson is just shite.
Well, let's take a look at Russell Wilson. Only 480 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Is that on the year?
That's on the year.
That's shite, dude. And to go back to what I was saying before, hey guys, guess who's doing better than Russell Wilson? Justin fucking Fields.
But let's be honest, the Colts are also doing bad as well. 1-2-1.
They really are. I don't know what the So I usually like to say this about things to make a joke, but what type of drugs are they doing in Indianapolis? Because I for sure want some if it makes you believe that Matt Ryan has anything left in the tank to get this team anywhere.
And they just lost Jonathan Taylor as well, who's out for this game against Denver.
And that's huge. Huge, in my opinion. And as much as and you know what? I mean, Indy's defense isn't bad at all. Indy's defense is, but what can you do if your offense doesn't move the ball or barely moves the ball?
Crusher, what do you have to say about this game, Indy against the Broncos?
So, I'm actually going to be a believer in Matt Ryan. I'm going to say Indianapolis overcomes the challenge of Mile High Stadium and beats Denver.
You think Matt Ryan's going to pull it together for one game, Crusher? You think
I
out of
do.
all these games, Matt Ryan's gonna pull it together for oh no, oh here come the Broncos. Let's fucking turn it on. All
I
of a
do.
sudden he's just gonna turn it on without his running game? Sorry, I'm taking Denver. I have to because they have the more complete team here.
Man, this is such a tough game because either I have to take the coach that I think is the worst coach in the NFL right now, or I got to take
Nasty Nate.
the Colts that have a team that I don't know if it's Matt Ryan's fault or if it's coaching or whatever. There is a stat, however, online that Frank Wright has a bad start to the season. Usually from weeks 1 to 5, he goes like 9-14-1 or something like that. But then after his little stint, he actually goes into a positive record: 26 wins, 11 losses. This is just off of my head, by the way. I might be off just by a little bit, guys. But this is week 5 right now. This still counts towards his bad projection. I'm gonna take Denver. I think just the more complete team, like Potter said. But if Matt Ryan goes out and actually starts playing some good offense and the Colts have a good offense, Denver might be in for a ride, man. They're like riding over in Denver.
So Wolf picked Denver. So now I can say the joke I wanted to say. He said, next time I want cocktail, fruit. Better make it fruit. Nasty Nate. If nobody gets that Nasty Nate reference, then we can't fucking be friends.
Up next, we got the New York Giants going to take on the Green Bay Packers in London, England.
Now,
cheerio.
This is going to be a tough game for the Giants on an uphill battle. I know they won their last game, which brought them to 3-1, but they're very injury riddled, and I know that they're in the. I mean, they're trying to work out a quarterback because Daniel Jones is hurt and Tyrod Taylor is still in concussion protocol. So who do they really have to play there in New York? And on the other side of the spectrum, they have no problems at their quarterback position, but they have no fucking receivers for Aaron Rodgers to throw the fucking ball to.
Crusher,
So
do you have anything to say about this?
Yes, I think that the New York Giants will have an easy. Oh, sorry, my sheet was upside down. Green Bay, easy.
He said Giants, and then he went to Green Bay. Potter, you're saying something. Sorry, I wanted to get Crusher to get his thoughts out. I can just tell he's being muted.
Could have waited till after I was done, but all right.
Sorry. I thought you were done, and then you started talking.
Wasn't.
Go on.
I'm as much as it pains me, as much as it pains me to do this. I believe too much in this Giants team. I'm hoping that they can get Tyrod Taylor back out of concussion protocol before the end of the week. But Wolf, can you confirm and tell me who they have on quarterback besides Jones and Tyrod Taylor?
Let's find out real quickly. They do not have a third quarterback signed to the roster yet.
And that's going to be a problem. Who's going to play quarterback going in? And it pains me because I want to pick the Giants. As I was saying, I want to pick the Giants. I want to believe that they're going to continue this outrageously better season than last year, in my opinion, for them.
Let's face it, it's a miracle the Giants are even where they're at right now.
A miracle? Are you fucking serious?
I don't think it's a miracle. Yeah. They're playing against bad teams. I don't think
it's a miracle by any way, shape, and form.
Yeah, I know. They got a good schedule.
But they also play hard.
And
they also have a good team. Quick. They have a really good team this year.
I don't know if it's a good team or if it's a good coach.
I'm pretty sure it was the same team as last year, except for he brought in some people. But I digress. I digress.
Into irrelevance.
I love when Crusher's on the show because I don't seem so stupid when I talk about football anymore. Wow. So I'm going to go ahead and counterpoint. No offense. Sorry, Crusher. I love you. But I'm going to counterpoint you by saying, you really think the Giants are a mediocre team? Look at what they've done since Brian Daboll has come on the scene. They're 3-1. Last year at this point, I don't believe they were 3-1. Not at all. I think Daniel Jones has made excellent strides in becoming a better quarterback. It just sucks that he's hurt right now. Tyrod's also in concussion protocol. The Giants are hoping to get him back before Sunday. But again, as much as I want to pick the Giants, because they don't have a set quarterback on who's tossing the ball right now, I'm going to have to pick Green Bay. It pains me to do that.
I can actually counterpoint here that I think the Giants would be a lot better running.
Counterpoint. I wish someone would counterpoint me.
I think the Giants would be a lot better running a Wildcat.
Yeah, but until Green Bay stuffs the Wildcat after the first 3 plays. You can't run the Wildcat all game long.
Saquon Barkley has been a god this year running the football, and that's been the reason the Giants have had success.
He was terrible. All I said is you can't run the Wildcat every play. You need someone to throw the ball. If you're you can't run the ball every play. You can't do it. Even in a passing wild card formation, how many times and that's cool, but how many times until Green Bay's defense, because they're not stupid, they're obviously professional football players, how long until they get wind of what they're doing because they don't have a quarterback? It would be smart for them to elevate a quarterback from the practice squad, or to find one as a body to fill in for this game, because it cannot just be on Saquon Barkley's shoulders.
As for Green Bay, I want to talk something quickly about Green Bay. We talked about the receivers being like absolute garbage, right? With Packers. Do you guys both agree with that their receivers are just bad?
Yeah, kind of.
Potter?
I'm here.
Sorry, did you hear what I said?
They don't have notable names to throw the ball to, and I don't like that you said that I said they were trash. I didn't say they were absolute trash. This is why your viewers are getting mad at me, because you keep putting words in my mouth. I said that
we all agree on the receivers not being a good core. But continue.
It's not really a good core right now. Sammy Watkins is out. I'm pretty sure Sammy Watkins is out for the year. If not, he's out for a couple more games. And there's no real notable names there.
My thought process, though, is that how long until we start actually questioning if the leadership role in Green Bay, if it's Rodgers at this point in time? Because here's the thing. We've seen people like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning run with no receiving core that we don't know what their names are and still make something out of nothing. With Rodgers, it just seems like every time I see him on the news, it's just him bitching about his receiving core, and it's like, to me, that's a leadership role right there in Green Bay.
I'm sorry, as a quarterback, that's important to me, that I have somebody to throw the fucking ball to. I'm Aaron fucking Rodgers. Give me somebody to throw the ball to. Sorry, that's what I want. That's all I want. And that's all that Aaron Rodgers wants, is a target to throw the ball to.
Randall Cobb's been actually decent, though, for them, I'll say that.
Yeah, but it's Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb's not a number one receiver, and we all know it. Everyone sitting in this chat right now can agree with me that Randall Cobb is not a number one receiver. He's a number 2 guy, a number 3 guy at best. He's a slot receiver. He's a number 2 receiver. He is not a number 1 receiver. I'm sorry.
So, okay, real quickly, just to get this out of the way. Crusher, who you taking?
Number 1 receiver numbers, that's for sure.
I think Randall Cobb is the number 1 receiver in his prime. He's not in his prime anymore on this Green Bay Packer team, though.
And that's what I was going to say. I was going to recant and say, in his prime, he definitely was a number 1 receiver.
So Crusher, Giants or Packers?
He's the number 1.
Crusher, Giants or Packers?
Packers.
Potter, Giants or Packers?
I said the Packers already.
I just wanted to make sure, just so we have it go through. I'm taking the Packers as well. I believe in this Giants team more than most, But right now, it's just question marks after question marks, and we don't really know what's going on with that Giant quarterback core right now. We know Tyrod Taylor's in concussion protocol. We know Jones hurt his leg. I'm pretty sure Jones is going to play. Just, because that's the thing.
I'm sure he'll play, but
I'm pretty sure he'll play too, but that leg is hurt and he might re-injure it. And then you're going to see Wildcat Giants all over again.
I'm telling you, Giants are going to fade back into irrelevancy. Watch. It's going to happen.
Up next,
just like the Browns, right?
Up next, we got Crusher's favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on the Buffalo Bills. Crusher, you can start with this one. I know you love the Pittsburgh Steelers that much.
Wolf, I hope you get hit by a bus tomorrow. Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
He said black and yellow, black and yellow.
No, Wolf's gonna be black and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo on this one just because I don't like the Steelers, and well, I think Buffalo's just.
Is that the only reason why?
Overall, Buffalo's better.
It's not the fact that they have a rookie quarterback named Kenny Pickett coming in, and he has been. All right. I don't think he's going to get the job done against this Buffalo defense.
Did you just not hear me say that Buffalo has an all-around better team?
Even though half the players are injured?
Basically, every position has better players on the...
Basically, every position has an injury.
Yeah, that's most teams at this point.
No, not like the Buffalo Bills. They're hurting on defense. Almost everywhere, wouldn't you say, Wolf? Wouldn't you agree? Almost everywhere.
I get to go through the list. Okay, let's go through this. Jordan Poyer's questionable play for rib injury did not practice today on Wednesday. Tremaine Edmonds hurt with a hamstring injury did not practice Wednesday as well. Also, defensive tackle Jordan Phillips questionable play, Ed Oliver questionable play. Not to mention Micah Hyde's out, injured reserve with his neck injury. Christian Benford broke his hand. He's more than likely not going to play Sunday. Tre'Davious White is still out. He's still on the injured reserve list, I believe, until week 5. Then he came off that list. Xavier Rhodes, they just brought in to replace some of the CB that got injured. Got hurt in practice as well. A lot of injuries for the Buffalo Bills.
And you're gonna sit there and tell me that's not a list of notable defensive injuries.
You heard what I said for my vote, and I'm sticking with it.
But to be fair,
if that makes you mad, too bad.
I'm not mad. I'm just questioning you because you're not thinking. Like, there's a lot of defensive struggles going on with that Buffalo team right now. You cannot just say I'm gonna pick the Buffalo Bills because I don't like the Steelers. I mean, that's ridiculous. Najee Harris has been great on running. Right now, Ed Oliver's gone. That's a huge part of that run-stop defense, along with Tremaine Edmonds. And if they didn't practice today and they don't practice tomorrow, they're probably not going to practice Friday, which means they're probably going to be out for the game on Sunday.
Can I finish my statement?
There goes 2 parts of your big run defense, Crusher. There goes 2 huge parts of it, not to mention the missing part of the backfield that's out for the rest of the year. I'm just saying, it's hard. It's hard right now to bet on the Buffalo Bills. Am I going to bet against them? Absolutely not. But it's really hard to bet against them right now, especially with the amount of injuries that they have on defense. Yeah, and the offense is playing, in my opinion, at half-mast. I don't believe the offense is fully producing, and I believe it has to deal with a lot of those guys are hurt and that their brethren on defense are hurt. That's not a complete Buffalo Bills team. It's not the team we saw week 1 against the Rams. It's not even the team we saw week 2. This is basically the Buffalo Bills practice squad. And they're doing well, in my opinion. They're doing really well.
Yeah, so Buffalo Bills have a better overall team, and they're going to win.
Buffalo's going to beat the Steelers by 40.
I just wanted to help you like, I know that you don't like the Pittsburgh Steelers, but you shouldn't count them out based on the fact, it does look like if TJ Watt was playing for the Steelers, I might have picked the Steelers.
Well,
And
speaking
I'm
of
only
TJ
saying
Watt, let's talk about the Steelers' injuries real quick. TJ Watt's on injured reserve. Micah Fitzpatrick actually injured his knee in practice, or injured his knee in the
that's
game
another
on
thing.
Sunday.
If he was playing too, it'd be sorry, Wolf.
He's questionable play. Cameron Hayward's questionable play with an elbow and ankle injury and was limited in practice today. Levi Wallace is also injured as well in questionable play as well. There's injuries on defense for both teams.
Yeah, but the injuries on the Steelers, in my opinion, going against a high-powered offense like Buffalo, is significantly worse than Buffalo's major defensive going up against Kenny fucking Pickett. I'm still gonna take the Bills.
I'm taking the Bills too. I know someone's gonna say this, so I'm gonna mention it. Kenny Pickett's gonna have his breakout game against the Bills as his rookie big break season. His best game against the Bills. It's his first game. Blah blah blah. I don't care about that. He's taking on probably one of the best defenses in the NFL right now to date in the Buffalo Bills.
Too bad I don't have any of our corners to fucking pick him off so I could disprove that.
I don't think
he might have a decent game against these replacements. So
I mean, let's be honest here. What did Lamar Jackson do against that Bills replacements last week?
not much, man.
This team is just loaded with corners, and that freaking scheme is working well. Elam's
But I'm not gonna
good.
lie. Here comes the looming factor of how long is this gonna work until a team actually wises up. Until we.
We're gonna talk about that next week because there's a team looming around the corner for Buffalo next week. That's gonna be a problem for them.
I know.
It's hard to say, but we're all taking Buffalo easily over the Steelers. I don't think it's even a question. Up next, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Cleveland Browns.
I'm taking the Chargers because I don't like the Browns. That's my pick, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh,
No,
you
no,
can't.
no,
You
no,
can't
no,
do
no,
that.
no,
You can't do
no,
that.
nothing.
That's illegal.
That's my pick.
You can't
I'm
do that.
sticking
That's not
to
how
it.
it works.
That's my pick, and I'm sticking to
You
it.
know what? In spite of Potter, all I'm gonna say is Cleveland because I like Cleveland.
So this is gonna be a definite.
I'm not adding
It's gonna
anything
be-
else to that conversation.
I mean, you should, considering Cleveland's going
Nope,
against.
I'm not adding anything to that conversation. That's all you're gonna get on my opinion on it.
I am. I'm going to talk about how the Los Angeles Chargers are about to steamroll through the Cleveland Browns, and this is why. Khalil Mack.
Nah, Cleveland's gonna win because I like Cleveland better.
Justin Herbert.
Cleveland's
of
gonna
those
win
things?
because I like Cleveland better.
I mean, that's fine. That is why you're at the bottom of
I
the
like
tier.
Cleveland better.
That's why you're at the bottom of the tier in picks, sir.
I like Cleveland better.
That's fine. That's why
He's
you're
not in the bottom at the
tier in
moment.
picks.
At the moment, actually, but
Close enough. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing compared to where you were last year. I'll tell you that. When I was playing, you were a hell of a lot better at this than. But whatever
I
you
like
say, man.
Cleveland better.
I mean, I mean, dude, I hear in Ohio they have hella good drugs, dude. You should share some.
I like Cleveland better. They're
okay.
gonna win.
Real quickly, Khalil Mack, yes, is playing. Joey Bosa's injured with a groin injury. He's out for at least 8 to 10 weeks.
Well, that's why I totally didn't say Joey Bosa too, because I knew he was fucking hurt. And if I would have said it, people would have freaked out. He's hurt, Potter. Stupid.
He's hurt, Potter. Calvin Noit's also injured with
Get him off
a.
your show, Wolf. I don't know why you fucking talk to that kid. He's an asshole. That's what you all say about me. You front like Wolf doesn't fucking tell me this shit. Assholes. Try to be nice to all y'all too. Whatever. Let's just talk football.
Calvin Noit also injured for the Chargers. Is questionable play. The Browns injuries. Real
We know
quickly.
who's not gonna play. We know
got
who's not gonna play.
vegetables.
Deshaun. Watson.
Crusher, I have nothing on him. So is Myles Garrett actually injured after the car crash? Serious question.
He's injured, but I believe he was at practice.
He was at practice. He was limited. I hear that he still might play, but he has been limited in practice due to the car crash. At the beginning of the week, they were saying that he wasn't going to practice at all.
That's
that
good
he was
science.
That he was going to take the week off. But then I believe he started in limited practice today, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure on that. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he started limited practice today. It'd be nice to see, and that's a shame. I want to talk about that for a second. That sucks, getting in a car crash and stuff. As much as I'm not really a huge fan of the Cleveland Browns, I will resonate and say that sucks to lose one of your star players to a non-football injury like a car crash. Like, I'm so glad and I'm so thankful, and prayers go out to him and his family that he did not suffer a worse fate in that car crash. I'd love to see him back on the field real soon, hopefully as soon as this Sunday. I don't think that he's going to be a factor, though. I really don't.
Here's the thing. I think if he's playing, that's a factor against the freaking Chargers because Justin Herbert's injured. He can't run a lot, Potter. His leg is killing him. His ribs and legs are killing him after what happened against Kansas City.
That's true. That's true. He's definitely not 100%.
Just having Garrett on the field is a
big factor because he gets to the quarterback. He's just like TJ Watt.
What game was it?
TJ Watt gets to the quarterback every time.
So does Myles Garrett.
Not just some of the times, and he doesn't fucking punch people in the face with their helmets like a piece of shit. So I mean,
he apologized for it.
Yeah, but people don't forget.
Sadly, they'll stick with him forever for the rest of his career, even if he wins like the what's it called, the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. They'll still be around.
He's still gonna have that on his shoulders. That one time he lost his cool. The looming factor of could it ever happen again will be there, always be there, and that sucks for him because I think he's a great player. I think he's going to be even better once he leaves that shithole that's Cleveland. Oh. But I digress.
Another factor really too is Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb.
Of course.
Awesome. Yeah.
You think so real quickly, Potter, you think he's going to get stopped by the Chargers defense?
It's gonna be tough. They're missing Joey Bosa, like you said. It's gonna be tough. But I think that the Chargers defense is gonna be able to make some strides. Like you guys said, it's like I mean, I'm not comparing the two because I'm not gonna go there. But Khalil Mack's going to be on the other side of the ball, just like Myles Garrett is.
If he's playing, because we don't know for sure.
That's true.
Here's my thoughts on it. Cleveland has a shot if they can get those and ones, whether it's 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, because Jacoby Brissett, he's practiced the sneak. He owns the sneak. I think he's only failed a couple QB sneaks. So
that's something I will agree with Crusher on. I like Jacoby Brissett a lot. I've always kind of liked Jacoby Brissett. I feel like he's a guy you can trust when your QB goes down to manage the game for you, and he can win games too. Like he can win games too, and he's a great game manager, and he's not going to be there more than 6 more games. So at that point, you gotta trust in what Jacoby Brissett, and like Crusher says, he knows that sneak. He practices that sneak. I've watched him do the sneak a bunch, and he owns it.
I think Brissett can be good, except in crunch time. Crunch time is where he falls apart. He starts throwing bad passes. He starts throwing picks.
I mean, he's not terrible I think he was drafted by the Patriots late rounds too.
Yeah, but if you're losing games in crunch time because you can't keep it together,
but that's why he's not.
That's a problem.
He's
That's
not
why
starting
he's-
quarterback though. He's a backup for a reason.
Oh yeah, I know.
I wouldn't even call him a backup. I'd call him a bridge quarterback. That's exactly what he is. That's what he's been his entire career, a bridge quarterback. He was a bridge to the gap when Andrew Luck got hurt. He was the bridge to the gap when Tua Tagovailoa was developing in Miami. He's a bridge now. He's a bridge now because as soon as comes back, they're going to put him on the field.
Okay, first of all, we're not using that word because we know people are gonna get offended by that, so we're gonna bleep that out. First of all, because I can't trust YouTube with that. But Potter's right about that. Once Watson's no, we're not doing any words about that because we don't know how YouTube's gonna react to it.
Yeah, you're no fun.
Blame YouTube, not Twitch.
It's a piece of crap.
We also have to keep in mind, Deshaun's going to come in. He's going to have he gets 1 week of practice before he gets put in.
I don't think
either 1 or
Watson's gonna
2
matter.
Yeah, like here's the thing. He's missed so many games right now. Either he's going to come back hot or he's going to come back on ice. Yeah, it's going to be one or the other. There's no in between. He's either going to be really good or really bad.
Hey, there's no gray area there. I agree with that.
So who are we taking real quickly? You know Crusher's taking the freaking Browns. We know Potter's taking the Chargers. Am I right?
Yes.
You're
changing your vote?
Thinking about it because Khalil Mack's not really and honestly, I believe that my pick would, and normally my pick, I'd wait to give you my pick when I was playing until Saturday because I want to know that Khalil Mack's going to be on the field. So in lieu of that, I think I'm just going to go ahead and call Khalil Mack a non-factor and go with the Browns in this game.
I don't think this game
Potter.
actually depends on the defense for the Chargers. Because if you're the defense on the Chargers, you're waiting for Jacoby Brissett to make the one mistake and throw a pick in crunch time. The problem right now for the Chargers is if Justin Herbert is fully healthy enough to lead the team down the field and score touchdowns in his current state he is in.
Well, yeah,
we know he's going to play.
That's also a factor, but that's not the factor I was worried about. I'm worried about the defensive factor. If there's not a player like Khalil Mack to wait for him to make that mistake. You know what I'm saying? And who knows if Jacoby Brissett will make that mistake. Like I said, I don't feel like okay, in crunch time, if it comes down to crunch time, maybe he might make that mistake. But in a game, if the Browns can get a significant lead early, it's...
So where is this about Khalil Mack not playing?
You said it.
Calvin Noit's out.
You said he might not play.
No,
I said Myles Garrett might not play.
You know what? Next week I'm gonna have to screen record this so I can pause it, go back, and show you exactly where it said that you said he might not play.
No, he said Khalil Mack is going to be in.
And plus, we're recording this anyways. This will be on YouTube. The people on YouTube will let me know if I'm actually wrong.
I gotta put this legal in some states, illegal in some states substance out because that just okay. Cool.
It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure even without Khalil Mack, even without Joey Bosa, you still have J.C. Jackson on that defense that's going to be guarding Amari Cooper. And we both know, or all three of us know, that Jacoby Brissett just kind of forces passes to Amari Cooper sometimes. Isn't that right, Crusher?
Occasionally.
I've watched him do it more times than not watching those games with you.
I feel like Amari Cooper, he's obviously going to be one of the best route runners in the league. He knows how to create that gap.
What?
Have you seen him running routes this year?
Yeah, but he's not the fucking
best. He's the best. He's one of the best. Top 5 in route running.
Yes.
I'd say top.
Have you seen him break away and
I'd say top 20.
Space?
I wouldn't even say top 10. I'd say top 20.
I'd say top 10. I don't know about top 5.
say top 20. I
top
don't know about
10
top
is
10.
where I'm comfortable.
I could say I
Like,
could name 10 receivers that can run around
He
better than
creates
fucking
so much space
Amari Cooper.
that, like, he can be a target on most plays.
That's
Just
true.
depends on how many people are on him.
That's true. And double coverage is never good for any receiver, Crusher.
Oh yeah.
But
that
as I
always
was
leaves
saying,
up to man-
J.C.
and
Jackson.
that's where the production, and that's what I'm thinking about right there, and that's why I'm going to pick the Browns, because the production between Amari Cooper, David Njoku, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, like all those guys are a factor on that offense. And I mean, imagine if they had Sean Watson. I feel like that would be a high motor offense.
J.C.
Absolutely.
Jackson, Derwin James is still on that team too. I'm taking the Chargers.
I
And I
can't
mean,
say that. I can't
for the
say that.
Browns, too,
Nerd.
For the Browns too, you look at that offensive line, it's stacked up. So as long as they keep playing, like going in strong and creating time for Brissett to throw the ball, or creating lanes for Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and Dearness Johnson, it's a very valid shot for Cleveland.
That is why I changed. I mean, I honestly thought about all that, because once one is double covered, another opens, and David Njoku, he signed a
Njoku.
deal.
Njoku, whatever.
Whatever his name is, he's been producing.
All right, up next, we got the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm not going to talk about this game at all, because I don't want people to get mad at me. So you two could go ahead and talk about this fucking dumpster fire.
So what do you think of the Bears right now, Crusher?
I think the Bears can show brilliance, and then they can also show
Tread
a
lightly. This
side
is
of them
exactly what
that
I said about
is
them last
covered
week.
in trash from a dumpster and then lit on fire. I think this week's going to be one of those weeks where they show a little bit of brilliance and get the win over Minnesota. As long as they can keep it together, that is.
Is that what he just? Again, I said I wasn't going to talk about this shit. I wasn't going to
Potter,
talk about this.
I have a question for you.
No, you don't.
And it's not about the game in general, it's about the Vikings. 2 weeks ago, we talked about the Vikings at Lions. Do you remember exactly what you said in that game?
I do remember what I said in that game. I said that if the Vikings can beat the Lions, it's going to set the tone for how the division is for the rest of the year.
So knowing that this is a division game between the Vikings and Bears, and the Vikings game win here.
I am going to talk about this game, as a matter of fact. I'm just not going to talk about the Bears, because I don't think the Bears are going to win at all. I think that the Minnesota Vikings are going to continue to roll along. Kirk Cousins and company have been doing terribly. Justin Jefferson's healthy. Dalvin Cook is healthy. It's nice to see that. It's nice to see the Minnesota Vikings actually producing some sort of as a change, because honestly, like, I enjoy, like, that's one of my like side teams. Like, I love the Bills of all, but like I have NFC teams that like I dig a lot, and one of those teams happen to be the Vikings, not based on their color scheme, but based on the history that they have with that franchise. They are perennial, in my opinion, and it sucks to say this and I hate it, but they're perennial losers. And there's been a couple times where they've come real close, and they're like the Bills. Like, that's kind of why I like them. But enough said about that. Talking going forward, I really think that the Bears are just, and Crusher said that they're going to show brilliance. I'm actually I'm gonna counter that and say that they're going to be the same old shite Bears that they have been. Justin Fields is terrible. I don't know what type of shit I was on the other day when I said that he was good. I may have been just talking about how much I liked him from Ohio State, but every quarterback's good in college.
Every quarterback in the NFL is good in college.
At least Justin Fields is better than Russell Wilson.
I'd have to look that up because I don't know. Stat wise,
Stats are pretty much the same.
You know,
are they really the same?
I
I'm
distinctly
pretty sure they're close.
I distinctly remember the last time I was on one of these videos. It was, I believe, playoffs. And I was told, I'm not going to name who said it, that history doesn't matter. Don't know
That
who
was me.
said it.
That was me that said it. I said history didn't matter.
And
And
then
I
you
mean,
bring up history in this one.
in the playoffs, in my opinion, and you know what? I say a lot of things. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Wolf's gonna have to bleep a lot of shit. I say a lot of stuff when I'm stoned. So like whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt. Yes, this is a football video, but at the same time, analysts are always fucking wrong about everything. That's why they're called analysts and not experts, because they have the opportunity and that margin of error to be wrong. I bring up history here because that's my particular liking of the Vikings. I didn't bring up history as in the past where I'm going to bring up Randall Cunningham and Randy Moss and it's going to be that sort of situation. No, not at all am I going to bring that up. I brought up the fact that I like them because I like the history of that franchise, because I particularly like an underdog. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna take the Vikings in this situation. They're 3-1 division right now. They lead the division over Green Bay, Chicago, and Detroit. They just got lucky last week and kind of survived against the Saints. If the Saints didn't double doink the field goal, this would be a whole different story right now. Packers would be in front, and no story here.
Right, you are. Agreed. And if they play the way that they played last week against the Packers, like it's just and that's the up and down shit sometimes that I'm talking about with this team. Like they could be really great, but then they could be really like, and not that they were mediocre because they were playing well, but it's not like they were playing with the high motor that they've been playing with against teams like the Lions. And even when they played Green Bay the first time, you know what I mean?
Just the Vikings are a mixed bag. It depends. If you're playing them on like a primetime game, you have a better shot beating them because Kirk Cousins on primetime cannot play well.
And that is the factor always, Wolf, that I think about with the Vikings is which Kirk Cousins is going to show up. Is it going to be Sunday? Is it going to be Sunday afternoon Kirk, where he's throwing 4 touchdowns and 1 interception and winning the game for the Vikings, and it's falling on the backs of him and Dalvin Cook? Or is it going to be primetime Kirk, where he's throwing 6 interceptions and maybe 2 touchdowns and completely shiting the bed?
I gotta take the Vikings over the Bears. Crusher, real quickly, you still taking the Bears?
Yep.
All right. Let's go on to the next game. We got the Detroit Lions at the New England Patriots.
The Lions coming off a really upsetting loss this past Sunday, not having Amon-Ra St. Brown in the lineup. He was questionable and he didn't end up playing. It really, in my opinion, it really hurt them. Like, it really hurt to not see him on the field catching the ball. And he's, again, questionable for this week. So I feel in all capacities, like it's really hard to say anything. I mean, the Lions play great, and they're a team that can put up high. They can put up a high amount of points. They can.
I think we just
Sorry.
lost Potter.
You did not. It got really loud in my house for a moment because my roommate came home. Dog, you know I got 5 dogs. So it gets riled up in here when people come in my house. Anyhow, what was I saying?
About the Lions.
So the Lions are a team that can put up a high point game, like as you can see, like the last and even this game. I'm pretty sure this game they put up 30 plus points.
They put up 45 against the Seahawks.
Yeah, this is a team that we've seen that can put up 30 plus points. So
they're
that,
actually
in my
number
opinion,
one in the NFL on offense right now.
In my opinion, that's a high motor offense. That's a great, you know what I'm saying? I have opinions about Jared Goff. I don't think that he is their guy. I think the Lions should really start looking for a rookie they like, or maybe make a play for anybody that's not Jared Goff. I'm not sold because he's the same as Kirk Cousins. Like, he can come out and be great, but then there's plays where he's absolute fucking shite. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm gonna counter argue this. Actually, this year Jared Goff has came out and he's been swinging to the fences and he's putting up a show in Detroit. Over 1,000 yards passing so far, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's not bad. He's doing his job. He's going out there and getting the power out there.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying in game you can see it where there's decisions that he's making that are still fucking shitty. And as a quarterback making transitions, of course you're still going to make shit decisions. But in Detroit, they look at that. Like, they're comparing this man to the last however long Matt Stafford was here. They're comparing that. And right now, Detroit fans don't want him here. It's a consensus. I could literally go ask anybody. I could go to my neighbor's house and knock right now and be like, hey, do you like Jared Goff? They'd be like, fuck you, and slam the door in my face. No matter if he puts up, no matter if they put up 30 plus points or not, the second they lose, you're shit here. It's kind of like New York here, the way they treat the Jets. Like, if you can't produce, like, you're shit. And Detroit's sick of losing, man. Like, I see it in their fans' face. They're sick and tired of losing. They're sick and tired of every year having to deal with this. When is it going to be on the and again, with the way that this offense is, it's the first in the NFL. It's great. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Goff make great partners, in my opinion. I'm not quite sold on Goff, though. I'm not. I keep hating to say it, but he's like Kirk Cousins. He can come and play and show up, but there are certain points in a game, and if you watch a full Lions game, you'll see it, where Kirk Cousins or Jared Goff makes a lot of smart decisions, but there's still a lot of really dumb fucking decisions made, where he's throwing unnecessary interceptions. Or I'll give the same example I've always given. There was a specific game I watched. I couldn't remember what game it is, but TJ Hawkinson, he had set on a slant and go route. He went for the slant and Goff threw it to the go. Like he threw it before the kid had a chance to make, but it was the fact that he was getting rushed. I get it. And everyone keeps telling me that. But that doesn't matter. A good quarterback in those types of decisions should be able to make that split-second decision. Throw the ball away, dude. Don't throw it where they can pick the fucking ball off, man. That's a bad decision.
Crusher, what's your opinion on the Lions team this year?
I mean, Goff has me sold for right now. But if he regresses later on in the season, that's later on. Right now, the stats speak for themselves. Having a number one offense with teams that have people like Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady.
So are you comparing him?
Lie.
Are you trying to say that Jared Goff is an elite quarterback?
No, but I'm saying he's playing better than the elites right now. So
you just compared him to at least two out of those three quarterbacks you said are elite.
Okay, and right now his offense is doing better than theirs. So, therefore, okay. I'm going to say the Detroit Lions are going to look for a huge win over the Patriots and get that rhythm going again. Jared Goff's going to lead them to the victory.
I think that they can beat the Patriots too. I really do. But there's something wrong if you can put up 30 plus points on offense and still lose a football game.
Do you want to know what the reason why they're losing? It's because their defense is 32nd in the NFL in allowing points.
Yeah, I know.
The defense is the problem right now. Detroit doesn't have a defense to save their life.
I'll tell you, the kid from Michigan, Aiden Hutchinson, he's not bad. I like him a lot. Think he's going to be something special for them going forward.
Real quickly, the Patriots. Mac Jones went out and cloned himself, and they came out with another quarterback. They're comparing him to Tom Brady now, apparently, too.
Oh my god.
Stanley Zippy or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know what the hell his name is.
Yeah, that guy. Zappy?
Zippy Zappy. Freaking cartoon villain character number fucking 57 for the Patriots.
And you know it,
you don't know what happens in New England, guys. They go to their local Walmart and they're like, "Hey, you want to play quarterback?" Like they see him throwing produce and they're like, "Hey, you want to play quarterback?"
It's not just that. Belichick's looking for a certain person. They're looking for that white boy with the blonde hair. I swear, because the guy looks exactly like Mac Jones. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that.
I feel it's less of they walk up to people
the Nazis of the NFL
play, and it's more of they go up to the service desk and they're like, "Yeah, so I'm looking for this product here. Do you guys happen to have a Tom Brady in stock?" And they're like,
"No, but
we don't have Tom Brady, but we have this."
Mac Jones is questionable play against the Lions tonight.
Don't give him that, Wolf. Call him what you want to call him. Call him Mac Daddy Jones.
Mac Daddy Jones, or whatever you want to call him.
That's what you call him. Weird.
I do it for a reason, but Mac Jones, he's what?
I said, I know, I was just messing with you.
There's okay, I call him Mac Daddy Jones because it's a freaking insult to Ace. But we'll get through it later.
I mean, fuck the Patriots. That sounds like more of an insult to Ace than.
Yeah, but he's used to hearing that. You gotta like praise him a little bit before you put him down.
Yeah, do you? Do you really?
I mean, his team puts him down for me, so I don't have to do anything.
I mean, honestly, let's not talk about that dumpster fire.
Okay. Is there a quarterback controversy with this Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones? I'm just gonna get this out of the way first.
Seen this Bailey Zappi play yet? So how
we
is there
seen him play
controversy?
Once.
Huh?
He kept up with the freaking Packers.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Oh, he played really well against the Packers.
Well, let's see how he does against, you know.
Let me get his stats up. This is great. He had 15 passes, 10 completions, 99 yards, and a touchdown. And they're calling him the next Tom Brady.
They were calling Mac Jones the next Tom Brady.
Look, New England.
You know how much that makes me complete and smile? The fact that Patriots fans will never get over Tom Brady. It will take 20 years at least for you guys to get over Tom Brady. About how long it, took him to kick our asses every year. So enjoy that.
Crusher, you're saying something?
Quarterback first.
Oh, I was saying New England. They already used up the one card.
They used up their magic card. They got away with a lot of bullshit when they had Brady. Now they're not getting away with a lot of stuff anymore. I want to take the Lions so badly here, but if this Bailey Zappi plays against this defense, this Detroit defense, and he lights them up for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, oh god.
I'm taking the Lions.
I gotta take the Lions too. I think the Lions are a complete and better team than the Patriots are. They're both 1-3, but one's just automatically better than the other, in my opinion. So I gotta take the Lions. Crusher, did you take your pick?
Yeah, I said Lions.
Lions? Okay.
God, what times do we live in where we're taking the Lions over the Patriots?
It feels weird, doesn't it?
Yes, good. It does.
It feels good.
Up next, we got the Seattle Seahawks going into New Orleans, take on the New Orleans Saints.
I'm shaking my head. No.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head too.
Oh, the Seahawks. Russell Wilson against Geno Smith is looking really nice right now, isn't it? We can't take anything away from Geno Smith. He's been doing excellent this season. This is what the Jet fans want him to play as right now, actually.
Yeah, Jet fans, I'm so upset.
We've seen I mean, you even see it in my
That's what
Discord.
makes me happy about that situation is it upsets Jets fans, and that's perfect for me.
We just talked about the Seattle Seahawks beating Detroit 48-45. The Saints coming off a double doink against the Vikings in London. This is a 1:00 game in New Orleans. This is so hard. Like, there's nothing really to talk about in this game. I don't think both teams are not really there. They're not really. They're a tank bowl. This basically is. So, Crusher, pick your pick. Who are you taking? Seahawks or Saints?
It was a coin flip for me. I went ahead and just went with the Saints.
Potter?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Seahawks here.
I'm taking the Seahawks too. The only reason I'm taking the Seahawks is because the Saints are they don't have anything going on offense. I don't trust them on offense. Pardon?
That's what I agree. No.
It's just
Technically, the Saints have a better offense on paper, but like
they're just not getting the job done. A new coach has taken over this team. If it was Sean Payton taking over and running the Saints offense, it might be a different story. But the way it's looking on screen right now, it's just not good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints win this. So
flip game though.
It is a very coin flip game. I'm taking the Seahawks over the Saints. I just don't trust the Saints to really get the job done. All right.
Maybe you can go for the triple doinker.
The triple doink! Up next, we got the Rejects in Miami taking on the New York Jets. Miami. We're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a fucking talk right now, Miami. What the fuck are you guys doing? Putting that man out on the fucking field on Thursday. What the fuck was that? Are you trying to get your quarterback fucking killed? Because that's what I just saw there. They tried to fucking get him murdered on a football field.
Sad to see that.
I have nothing good to say about the Dolphins right now, and I'm going to shut my mouth before I start actually talking shit about them. I'll let you guys talk.
I'm going to take over, actually, here. If you actually, you know what, Crusher, go ahead. It sounds like you have something that you want to say.
I was about to say, Miami had their trump card. They had their high tier great quarterback for the season to get them through the season. And it was like a kid with like giving a kid a Babe Ruth baseball card and letting him go outside in the rain. That's how poorly they took care of Tua. Miami, I hope you lose this game. You deserve it.
Well, on the other end of the spectrum, I'm going to go ahead and talk fondly of Miami. I love that you put Tua on the field. Let him be done for the rest of the season. That's more easy pickings for the Bills when we get you again at the end of the year. Stupid motherfuckers. I know there's crack going around in Florida, but Jesus, did it get to the front office of the fucking Miami Dolphins? Why would you put him under concussion protocol? You have Teddy Bridgewater. And again, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Teddy Bridgewater is a great quarterback. I think you should sit Tua Tagovailoa this week because it's the Jets. It's the Jets. Don't put him out there to play against the Jets. Let him rest. Let Teddy play. Let Teddy have a decent game. Then bring Tagovailoa back if he's ready after this week. I think it's a perfect opportunity for Teddy Bridgewater to get on the field and show what he still has before the trade deadline.
It's already confirmed that he's out for the game. It's going to be Teddy Bridgewater playing for the Dolphins in this game. There's no Tua on the field.
Perfect. Even better. More of an opportunity for Teddy Bridgewater to prove what he still has left in that tank.
Hold on. Is it just the game?
Just the game, because apparently they're saying that Tua's doing really well right now after getting concussed. He was watching McGruver. He was having a fun time laughing on the freaking Jets or on the freaking sideline. He can
play.
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna get into it.
Yeah, put him back in. He's fine.
You gotta like
9 out of 10 doctors would agree if you paid them enough money.
I mean, his doctor's probably a proctologist.
This is someone's life, man.
Nobody got that joke? You guys are no fun.
This is Tua has a fucking life outside of football.
I heard Jim Ross say that about Chris Jericho earlier when I was watching a Monday Night Raw, and I thought it was hilarious.
What did he say?
I guess Jericho was injured and he came out and said something, and they were making fun of him, and JR goes, I bet his doctor's a proctologist.
But yeah,
tagging below the doctors are proctologists.
Yeah,
that's how much as much as I'm so happy, and I know it's wrong of me to say that, and I'm probably gonna get grief from your people about that too. And you know what?
I have Dolphin fans that have been talking shit.
I'm so happy that they decided to play him, because that just proves how stupid the Dolphins front office and coaching team is. Why would you put him back in the game? He was clearly hurt. He got beat down in that Bills game. For you guys to even, did he even pass the concussion protocol? Again, I'm going to say, I think the doctors in Miami are proctologists.
Well, because the doctor that got fired from Miami actually messed up the concussion protocol, and that's why he got fired.
Proctologist.
Like I said, 9 out of 10 doctors will agree if you pay them enough money.
Because I don't wish that upon anybody, and it sucks. And I'm glad that the Dolphins actually made their mind up and kept Tagovailoa out, not only for Teddy Bridgewater's gain, but for the fact that, and Wolf, remember last year how high I was on Teddy Bridgewater? I've always have been. Like, the man, I just feel like the man just needs another chance on a team that actually, and this Dolphins team has the keys that Teddy Bridgewater needs to have a great game. A lot of good running, a lot of good wide receiver threats down the field. Like, I really think that this is going to be a day that we see him and the Cheetah connect a lot. And Jalen Waddle's going to be down the field. It's going to be nice to see Teddy Bridgewater back behind center.
Waddle's questionable with an injury.
Let's see what either way, let's see what he does with this opportunity. This is an opportunity, in my opinion, for Teddy Bridgewater. Because, again, I feel he's starting quarterback material. I don't feel he's going to stay in Miami. I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Power's taking the Dolphins. Crusher, who are you taking over, the Jets or Dolphins?
Dolphins, I hope you crash and burn. I'm going with Wacko Flacco.
It's not Flacco starting for the Jets. It's Zach Wilson.
It's Zach straight-ass Wilson.
Which, actually, you know what? I want to talk about Zach Wilson for a minute. I see on Twitter. I see on Twitter, this man's trying to get with Goodell now. You see this? He's like, yeah, let's go. We're going to get, I feel for you, Goodell. Hit me up later.
Jesus.
Zach Wilson trying to get in the fountain of youth, because I guess Goodell's the reason Brady was actually a good quarterback.
Yeah, think.
Give me.
Yeah, think.
Oh God. You know what? This game should be the Dolphins to win. It to lose. They shouldn't actually lose this game. But I'm taking the Jets just because of what they did to Tua. I can't take the fucking Dolphins after that.
I don't think that your pick should be based off.
I almost watched a guy freaking almost die on the fucking football field.
Yeah, I know. So did I. But at the same time, you can't take it away that there's talent Even with Teddy Bridgewater there, there's no
Yeah,
way.
he can.
The Jets are still the Jets, Wolf. I'm sorry. Like, I could say if this was any other team, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to pick that team because fuck what they did to Tua. But
Potter,
it's
no
the
offense,
Jets.
but Wolf can pick a team
And he
just
is.
because, and he is.
No, I get it. And I respect his decision. I just feel like in a standing, if you were actually
Okay,
giving a chart about
Potter,
your standings, you would
I'm
not be
gonna
picking the Jets.
I'm gonna counter argument that I think the Jets actually do have talent on their roster. They've been showing it off this year. They're 2-2 this season. I think that we just hate the Jets so much because we're actually division rivals of them.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not taking into my division rival at all with them. I'm taking into the fact that the Dolphins are still the Dolphins, and with Tua Tagovailoa or Teddy Bridgewater, I still think that's a high motor offense, and
We
I
might
don't think
watch Tua go down, or not Tua. We might watch Teddy Bridgewater go down towards ACL, and the doctors might say, "Okay, he's ready to go. Just keep him in the field."
just keep
His legs
right back
falling
out
off,
there.
but he can stay. He can stay in there. He's fine. I'm not wishing
Legs
injury,
falling
by the
off. Yeah,
way.
no, it's fine. It's their legs twisted the other way. No, it's good. Run a 40-yard dash.
As a fan of a team that lost to the Jets, I can even vouch that the Jets suck.
I
But
fucking hate the
at
Jets.
At least the Jets don't suck in personality.
All right, I'll give you that. But that's still not going to be like I'm still playing this as I'm playing to win, and I'm not taking the Jets because they fucked over Tua Tagovailoa. No, I'm taking the Dolphins because the
Oh,
Dolphins are
no,
a
you
talented
you can
team.
take your win on this. We don't care about winning or losing.
I don't care about the
this
game
bet.
in general.
Oh, okay.
I care about the fucking real life shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is shitty.
We'll,
And
we'll talk,
under other circumstances, I would do that, but I kind of want to be separate from you two, so I'm going to take the Dolphins.
yeah, we'll talk actual stats and stuff any other game. This game, Dolphins can lose it. I don't care.
I hope they lose, but I don't think they're gonna.
If they lose to the Jets, then the Jets are second in their division because of that. Thank God. Up next, we have the Falcons going on Tampa Bay to get their asses whipped by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Bucks.
I'm gonna say Atlanta until the fourth quarter.
You're taking the Bucks then, okay. I wanted to talk about this though. Brady is getting divorce lawyers. Is this going to affect his game in any way, shape, or form because of the drama off the field with his ex-wife now, Goodell? Pressure?
I feel like it's going to hit him mentally. Of course, like it's
You think
huge.
he's leaving him
It's
because he
huge.
would refuse to stop playing football?
I think that's why she's leaving him.
Which is so backwards. Let him finish the season and get paid all the money that he's getting paid, then divorce him.
No, I understand where she's coming from because he said last season that was his last season and he retired and then came back after like 3 weeks. So I'm pretty sure Brady was like 3 weeks in and he was like, Goodell is bugging the fuck out of me. I have an excuse to get back out of this house. Oh yeah, I can go back to the Buccaneers. Okay, let's do it.
He spent a solid week at home and said no.
It's legit what probably happened. I can't say anything bad about it. Even with that in mind, I don't think Brady's having a bad season so far. 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, over 1,000 yards passing. Brady should easily beat the Falcons. This is a throwaway team that was put together with Scotch tape and alcohol. So give me the Bucks.
Yep. Atlanta's a throwaway team. Browns, why you gotta suck? Sorry, I was just having a moment.
Any last words before we go into the next game?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, then. Up next, we head to Washington to watch the Tennessee Titans take on the Washington Commanders.
Titans, why can't you finish off a team?
They won 2 in a row.
Have you seen? I feel like once Derrick Henry gets stopped, the Titans get so confused.
Well, that's their only part of offense is Derrick Henry.
I know, and it.
I mean, do you trust Ryan Tannehill with the ball?
No,
Exactly.
just Tennessee. Even the Browns know to rely on passes when runnings aren't working. Just get good.
Pod, you got anything to say about Tennessee? You're muted, by the way.
Sorry, just need a second. Tennessee, honestly, this is tough because both teams, in my opinion, are decent teams, but they're not completely there. Washington, struggling, in my opinion, struggling hard since Carson Wentz coming over. A team that was in the playoffs last year seemed to just those aspirations of playoffs don't look like a reality right now for Washington with the way they've been playing. Tennessee, on the other hand, I do believe in Ryan Tannehill. I believe that Ryan Tannehill is a different quarterback than what he was in Miami. Derrick Henry's a high part of that offense. If I was gonna take a team here, I think I'd have to, and you know what? Just on the fair base of I really believe in this team more, but the other team is I believe in Washington so much, but they're not there yet. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take Tennessee.
Carson Wentz is a quarterback where he goes 1 step forward, 3 steps back. And it goes over and over and over again. Every good mistakes he makes, 5 other right around the corner to happen. Ryan Tannehill can't actually play football unless the play action is actually running. He can only run really play action, and it looks like when you run play action, it's really good when you got like Derrick Henry running the ball. But if you stop the play action, you stop Derrick Henry, and make it where they can't run, and there's no play action to really get fooled by anything, that's when Tennessee has their problems with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. Washington's defense has not been that good this season. I mean, that's the main story here. I gotta take Tennessee. They're on a roll right now. They won their last 2. The Commanders lost their last 3 games this season so far, losing to Dallas, Philly, and Detroit. Tough opponents, I know, and it might not be fair for them to be judged this way, but Tennessee has won 2 straight. They're on the projection higher. So I'm taking the Titans over the Washington Commanders. Crusher, did you take a team right now?
I am taking the Titans, even though I dissed them earlier, but I can't give Washington the win on this one.
All right. I just think Washington's a worse team in general right now compared to the Titans. However, the future could be a different story because I think the Titans are on the downward for future, but Washington might be on the top uprise if they can get a quarterback situated. Up next, we go to Jacksonville as we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Houston Texans. Potter or Crusher, you can start first.
I'm going to take Jacksonville on this one.
Why is that?
Because it's Houston's a tank with a tread broken. That's the best way I can put it.
Potter, just if you're still here, you are muted.
What's up? I'm sorry. I was just getting out of the shower. My bad.
Texans and Jaguars.
Um, Jaguars. Honestly, is JJ Watt back yet?
JJ Watt.
Yeah, JJ Watts is a Texan.
I think he's
Is
on the
he?
Cardinals.
No, he. Oh, maybe I. Shit, I always get that. I'm gonna shut up now. Jaguars.
um, I
That's just on the blooper reel.
I do have something to say about JJ Watt when we get to it, but first of all, I gotta take the Texans. I gotta take the Jaguars as well. I almost took the Texans. Oh my god. Davis Mills and the Texans are not looking good on offense. They're not looking good on defense either. The team's kind of a dumpster fire right now. They're kind of just tanking to get like actual good pick this season. And it sucks for Davis Mills because I thought he had promise, man, coming into this game, into this season, but he's just not looked at least like he's ready for the NFL level yet as a quarterback. Trevor Lawrence has become a better quarterback in general this season. 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, almost 1,000 yards passing. It's been a whole different universe for the Jaguars this year compared to last season, and I think the Jaguars could actually win the AFC South.
Hey, a good thing for Houston if they keep losing?
Potter, what'd you say?
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't talking. Go ahead.
The good thing about if Houston keeps losing?
What?
If the Browns keep tanking, then they're going to have 2 really good first-round picks.
I don't know. Fucking only 4 years in a tank year for the Browns. I don't know about that. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, they have the Browns first-round pick for the next 2 years, 3 years?
I believe so.
If the Browns keep losing and raise up what would have been their draft pick,
Okay.
Houston's going to have 2 very early picks.
Hey, how many games are left?
A lot.
A lot.
Shit. Unfortunately, I gotta take off. I gotta work super early.
All right. Take care, Potter.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
You too.
You're taking
Later.
the Jaguars, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I
See
like
ya.
Trevor Lawrence. I really think that they've been really on point this year, a lot better than they have been last year. My final thoughts on that is, I agree with Crusher on that whole draft thing. If the Browns tank, then the Texans are in real good position to have good draft picks for the next couple of years. Have a good night, gentlemen.
All right. Take care. So yeah, we're both taking the Jaguars. Jaguars are just a better team in general compared to the Texans. I don't think that there's actually a competition there. Yeah, I think the Jaguars are actually going to be an actual strong contender for the AFC South, which is weird because I didn't believe in them at first when the season started. Like I had the seed to believe them. And
anybody?
I don't think anyone really did. But they remind me of the Bengals last season. So yeah, that's good for that one.
I think that's a little too far.
I don't think they're making the Super Bowl, but I think they're better than what they showed,
Yeah.
All right. After that, we go to Carolina as the Carolina Panthers will host the San Francisco 49ers.
I think last week was a big reality check for Baker. He can't see over his line. Passes are getting swatted. There's no way I can choose Carolina.
Did you know the Niners are one of the best defenses in the league right now?
Uh-huh.
They've only allowed like 3 yards a play, I believe, is what the stat said. And they're a 2-2 team for some reason. Oh boy.
I mean, their defense isn't overly great, but it's good enough to easily seal up this game.
I think it's an easy game because Baker just isn't what everyone thought he was. I'm sorry to say it, Crusher.
Which is unfortunate. I think that he can be a good quarterback. Like, he can be a great quarterback if he was like 4 inches taller.
If he was 4 inches taller, maybe. But
Like if he walked out in platform boots, he might have a shot. But I don't think the NFL is going to allow that.
He's gonna wear high heels onto the field just to get 5 inches
Not
higher.
high heels. That's stupid. Why would you go out in high heels? That's a huge disadvantage. I'm talking platform boots. But the bottoms be like combat boots.
Oh my god. I think the Niners easily pull away from the Panthers. I don't think it's that much of a contest.
Last time they met was 51-13 San Fran.
Yeah, I just see the same thing happening again here. Even
Yes,
yeah, just give me the Niners. Up next, we got the Dallas Cowboys going into LA to take on the Los Angeles Rams.
Cowboys are what? 3-1?
3-1. They're undefeated with their man Cooper Rush or whatever his name is.
How about them Cowboys? I don't think they got it though. I really don't.
Hey, Cooper Rush has not lost a game yet, and he's not thrown an interception yet.
I know, but we're talking about the Rams that they're going up against.
The Rams hasn't impressed
The
me this
Rams haven't
season.
been that great this season, but all it takes is one good game, and suddenly there's momentum.
So the Rams just came off of an embarrassing loss on Monday Night Football where Bobby Wagner's best tackle was against a man running on the field revealing a gender. Cooper Rush has really got some stuff going for the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys are running an offense that is a running offense in general. They're not passing the ball as much. 27 passes for Cooper Rush last game against the Commanders, 15 receptions, but like 29 carries just in general for the running backs. Only 62 yards actually running, which is shocking. So Cooper Rush did a lot more passing against the Commanders than I thought he did. But it's all about who can get the running game going probably with the Cowboys and Rams. And also if Matthew Stafford can stop forcing the pass to Cooper Kupp.
Here's my thoughts for both teams. Wait, I just as we're talking. Oh, okay. As we were talking, I just got an ESPN notification about Bobby Wagner's tackle. Thanks ESPN for listening to this conversation. My thoughts for this game is for both teams it's going to be put up or shut up. Both teams need to be looking for the win here. The Rams need the win to shift momentum, and the Cowboys need the win to prove that, hey, we're an actual competent team this year.
The Cowboys, what did you say the Cowboys need to win for?
What was that?
What did you say the Cowboys need to win for?
To show that they are a legit team this year.
If the Cowboys and Cooper Rush can come in there and beat the Rams, they actually might be a threat, and Dak Prescott's job might be on the line if Cooper Rush actually can do that.
Oh, yeah.
And if Cooper Rush goes out there and has an embarrassing loss against the Rams or just doesn't put up good numbers, that is not going to be good for his case when Dak Prescott comes back. Now, I want to see chaos, and I want to see Cooper Rush do well to where when Dak Prescott comes back, if the Cowboys put Dak Prescott in and they start failing, that's going to be a big story for Dallas.
Oh, yeah. And Dallas will always have a special place in my heart. Because when I played Madden 06, they were the team that drafted my creative superstar. And I would love to see them win. But I'm not voting for them.
You're not voting for them. You're taking the Rams.
Yes, sir.
My whole thing is I'm fully on board the Cowboys this season because of their defense. I'll be honest with you, this defense is so amazing with Micah Parsons getting to the quarterback. And my thought process right now is how the hell is Matthew Stafford going to get the ball to Cooper Kupp or Kupp if he can't like actually pass the ball with Micah Parsons on his back pulling him down to the ground. I'm going to take the Cowboys in this one.
I respect it.
I think it's going to be a much close contest, and I think both teams are going to go out there and put their hearts on the line, and we're going to see who's the better team.
Oh yeah, like I said, put up or shut up for both teams.
But I don't think it's going to be a blow-away contest like some people think with the Rams destroying the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be a close game, definitely.
All right. Up next, we got the 4-0 Eagles taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Crusher, real quick question. Do you believe in the 4-0 Eagles? Or do you think they're just hype?
I think they found a stupid stroke of luck. And they've just managed to make things work up to this point. And I don't think it's going to get them much further. I really don't.
So I am searching up right now if Warzone had an update this past weekend or this past week, because that's how you decide if the Cardinals are going to win or lose games. Because if Warzone has an update, Kyler Murray would be playing Warzone instead of actually studying film tape, which we all know and love. I do not trust in this Arizona team at all. I don't think the Arizona Cardinals are that good of a team. Philly has just a lot of playmakers around Jalen Hurts right now. And Hurts is making the best of it, man. I mean, let's just be it real. He has over 1,000 yards, only 2 touchdowns passing the ball and 2 interceptions. I believe he has more rushing touchdowns, though, if I remember correctly. Let me just make sure of that real quick. This season he has rushing. He has 4 rushing touchdowns as well, so he has 8 touchdowns to his name right now. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. You know what really surprises me though?
What?
Arizona is almost literally the definition of average this year.
They are
14th in offense, 15th in defense, 15th in passing, 15th in rushing.
They're just average at best.
Yeah.
And like I said, some of those stats are crude because sometimes, like, you legit look at the games that Arizona lost. The first game against Kansas City, you can say Kansas City is just a better team in general, but the second game against, I don't know who they lost against. Let me check. They lost to the Rams. That wasn't a game that Warzone had an update. So yeah, I didn't see any update, by the way, for Warzone, so take that as you will. He might play well tonight.
They winning.
Huh?
They winning. There was no update.
Oh, there was no update? You think the Cardinals are gonna beat them?
Yep.
I'm gonna say the Eagles run on their luck and they win against the Arizona Cardinals. They go 5-0. I don't think the Eagles are gonna have much of a contest actually against teams until week 6. So next week they take on Dallas. I think that's the game where you're gonna see put or shut up time for the Eagles. If they can beat Dallas, that's gonna be a different story. But right now I'm gonna take the Eagles because I think, 5-0 team, the only undefeated team in this league right now. Crusher one.
I want to take what you said and go one half step further. I think if Dallas loses, it's going to be put up or shut up. If Dallas wins, it's going to be more of a, okay, it was Dallas and Dallas is doing really good this year. But if Dallas loses, then it's going to be like, wow, you guys lost to the Cowboys. I guess you guys aren't as good as we thought you were going to be.
We're talking about the Eagles in week 6?
Yeah.
So you're saying if the Cowboys beat them, then it's going to be like, wow, you're not as good as we thought we were. But if Cowboys win, then it's to put up or shut up, right? Is that what you just said?
No, if Cowboys lose this week,
Oh, this week.
then it's going to be for the Eagles where it's like, okay, put up or shut up. But if the Cowboys win this week, then it's going to be, okay, well, if we lose to the Cowboys, it's Cowboys.
But
And they're
that's
on
still
fire.
okay. That's still a game though, where if you lose to the Cowboys, you lose the division. That's the division right there, because both teams are in the same division. The Eagles and Cowboys.
That is true.
They have to win that game against Dallas. They can't afford a loss against the Cardinals. This game means nothing to the Eagles. This game means more to the Cardinals than it does the Eagles. The Cardinals need this win to stay 3-2, and to keep a spot in the division, because all teams in the NFC West this year are 2-2 right now. That division's up in the air for any team to take over. The Eagles
they're in the same division. So yeah, either way, it's gonna be put up or shut up.
So I gotta take the Eagles against the Cardinals. I just don't believe in the Cardinals though. That's just me. I'm guessing you're taking Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay. Easy, simple takes right there. Up next, we go to Sunday Night Football as we got two division rivals taking on each other. The Cincinnati Bengals take on the Baltimore Ravens.
You probably can already guess I want this game to be a tie. I don't want either team winning. But if I go beyond feelings, honestly, Cincinnati hasn't impressed me as much as I was hoping this year. And I don't think they have what it takes to take on the Ravens.
So, as a Browns fan, are you more scared of the Ravens than you are the Bengals?
Yes.
Okay.
The Battle of Ohio, I'm not too worried about. Now, versus the Ravens, yeah, that one's got me nervous.
Lamar Jackson has been a stud this year, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's been a really dangerous quarterback. They lost to the Bills last week. There's no shame in losing to the Bills, but sadly they lost a 20-point lead, basically to Buffalo, or 17-point lead, whatever you want to say. I think actually it was 17-point lead, but nonetheless, you lose to the Bills. I mean, the Ravens just need to figure out on defense how to shut down games. If they can have their offense score, it's funny that the Ravens the defense starts sucking, and then the offense can't really score after that as well. It's what the Ravens are so iffy in the second half, man. They don't do anything good in the second half.
You know why they didn't win that game?
Why?
Lamar probably didn't take a dump. He didn't hit the bathroom fourth quarter. If he would have went to the bathroom, they would have won against the Bills, but no. I think he held it that game.
And then you got the Bengals, who the first two games of the season, absolute bad for the Bengals, a train wreck, if you will. But they've really stepped it up against the Dolphins, and they stepped it up against the Jets. They beat both those teams. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They're kind of on the projection of going up again. Joe Burrow's looking like himself again as well. He's looking comfortable in the pocket, looking like he's actually good. And I think the reason Burrow had a bad week or a bad start to the season is because he missed a lot of training camp due to his injury that he had to have surgery on. He came back, he was late in the training camp, and that cost him that cost him the first 2 games, in my opinion.
Possibly, yeah.
So
I feel like we can't really judge him versus the Jets.
And the Dolphins?
Dolphins, that's a little bit different story just because
their defense is good.
That and Tua.
Yeah.
Tua could keep up. So I feel like the Jets game we can't really count, but the win over Miami we can definitely not look over.
All right, so this is pub or shop time for both these teams right here. Who are you taking, Bengals or Ravens?
I'm taking Ravens.
I'll go the opposite. I'll take the Bengals. This is gonna be
preferable.
This is going to be a close game between two teams. He's taking a tie because of being Browns fan, of course, guys. If you guys couldn't already tell after the little fight with him and Potter had during the Browns and Steeler game. Which was stupid, by the way, but whatever. We're not going to talk about it.
It was great.
It was great. You're going to have a lot of people talking about it. Guarantee that. Last but not least, we're going to Monday Night Football. We got the Las Vegas Raiders. Congratulations, Vegas. You got your name back. Taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Potter, go on first here. Crusher, go on first here. I'm so used to Potter being here.
Kansas City, if it's Mahomes, I don't think Las Vegas has this one. They're 1-3 this year so far. Kansas City, they're still playing hot. They're 3-1.
We talk bad. Reason. We talk bad about Bum Hackett, but I want to produce a new coach to the horizon that is just as bad as him. And I like to present to you guys Coward McGowan. That's the Raiders' new coach, Coward McGowan. I can't remember his name for the life of me. Is it Josh McDaniels or is it Raiders head coach? Yeah, Josh McDaniels. I know that he was an offensive mastermind in New England and he got stuff going, but him as a head coach has not worked well for the Raiders. And this is a team.
It's always rough when you have an offensive coordinator stepping up as a head coach.
This is his first year as a head coach, I guess, and I get that. But at the same time, you have a special team. You go out and get Devontae Adams to make a big impact, and you want to compete in this stacked and loaded AFC West division. But you go out there and you start 1-3 in the season, man. Coward McGowan is just not doing well here in Las Vegas. I don't know if he's actually the right man for the job or not.
I mean, anybody with the first name Coward.
Well, his first name's Josh.
Oh.
But I call him Coward McCown.
You can tell I don't pay attention to the Raiders.
But the Chiefs, though, man, last week they went into Tampa Bay and they completely destroyed them worse than the freaking Hurricane did.
Ooh, too soon.
Well, the Hurricane didn't touch Tampa Bay at all, so...
Still too soon.
Oh, I mean, the way the Raiders looked, the way the Buccaneers looked in that game, it looked like I got hit by a hurricane before the Chiefs came in town.
Maybe that's the game where Tom Brady found out.
Let me look at something. I'm gonna look at Brady's stats in this game because I don't think Brady had a bad day. Yeah, he had he almost had 400 passing yards and 3 touchdown passes. Oh, okay. In stat wise, but I think he started
his
slow.
Team found out before he did.
Basically. Mahomes and the Chiefs are on a whole nother level, and this is going to be just a walk in the park for the Chiefs on Monday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders, in my honest opinion. Talk to me next week when they take on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
That's going to be a game that's going to be fun to watch, both sides of the ball. But also, yeah,
I don't think it's just gonna be a walk in the park. I think we gotta talk about this park for a second. Like, this is freshly paved, newly built park. You know, the park even has it has what is it? Kind of like escalators, but flat. What would you call those things that you see in airport terminals?
Where are you going with this?
It's not even going to be a walk for them. They're just on those platforms that move.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I don't think the Chiefs are Okay, I think the Chiefs are probably the best team in the NFL right now. The way they're playing. Buffalo, if they weren't injured, might be a contender with them, but right now, Buffalo, with all the injuries, I gotta take the Chiefs as the best. Yeah, I just don't believe in the Raiders. They haven't impressed me at all. And McDaniels has not been a good head coach. He hasn't. There's a reason they're 1-3 this season. So yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. Crusher, who you taking?
Oh, no contest. It's the Chiefs.
All right, and just like that, we are done with our long predictions. Man, Crusher, you have any final words to talk about real quickly here?
I think the second half of the list oddly went a lot smoother than the first half.
The first half were a lot tougher games. Or do you mean just in the video in general?
In the video in general.
Yeah, the first half was a clusterfuck with you and Potter fighting each other for half of it. I agree. And we're going to see people probably talking shit about it in the video. We're going to have people being like laughing about it.
It's all good fun.
Oh, Crusher and Potter hate each other. They want to rip each other apart. Why'd you let them be together in this video, Wolf? You're just promoting violence.
Guys, it's all good fun. I don't hate Potter. Like if you guys are taking this overly seriously, I think you need to reevaluate your life right now. Just go outside, go on a walk, go meditate.
Some people were upset with how he was saying about the stats with Justin Fields and saying that Justin Fields is having a great season. And they thought
about that, and yeah, it's
they thought that we were saying that Justin Fields has good stats and everything else like that. And like Potter just said in the video tonight, is that he likes Justin Fields. We're not gonna fault him for liking Justin Fields as a person or as like a player in general. That's on him. If you guys have a problem with that, you guys don't need to watch the videos. Sorry to say that.
We're not getting paid. At least I'm not getting paid. I don't know about Wolf. Maybe he's secretly getting paid by like Fox News or something.
I wish I was getting paid by Fox or ESPN.
We're not getting paid for this. This is all just fun. This is because we want to do it.
Hey, ESPN, if you want me on your show, and I'll do a lot better than Stephen A. Smith would, just contact me in DMs. All right, guys, we're gonna call it quits here. Thank you for watching. I am out. Peace.